Hello everyone, welcome to another ranking video. Today I'll be doing a ranking for the Shrek series. I know this is kind of random, but I have a very good reason for doing this. I can't really disclose what that reason is, but hopefully you'll... Anyways, this is the Shrek series, of course, from DreamWorks. Animated series, comedic series, dramatic series, but yeah, it's kind of been tarnished, if you think about it, by a certain online meme, I guess you could call it, from a couple years ago called Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. If you don't know what it is, feel free not to look it up because it'll probably ruin your life. Not ruin your life, but just ruin any good thoughts about these movies or anything like that. Me personally, I still like these movies. I still think they're entertaining. I don't let the stupid meme ruin them for me. But I can see why it ruined it for a lot of other people. But still, these are four very well crafted movies, good-looking movies with a lot of great characters and stories and, you know, fairy tale elements to them and whatnot. But yeah, so there's four movies here. This is not going to include the Puss in Boots movie that came out or anything like that. These are just strictly the four Shrek movies. This isn't going to include either the Shrek 4D show at Universal Studios, which is a great show, by the way, if you haven't seen it. I don't know if they still have it at the other Universal Studios, but the one in Florida still has it. And I believe that was released on DVD with some 3D glasses. But anyways, like I said, this is strictly the four movies here, and I have the old DVD set. I really need to get this on Blu-ray, but yeah, let's get right into it. So, coming in at fourth place is actually going to be the fourth Shrek movie. Now, I know a lot of people would probably put Shrek the Third at the bottom, but for me personally, I've only seen this movie, like, literally not even twice. This movie just didn't do it for me. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad. It's just, it wasn't really a great ending to the series, I think. I would have preferred if they just, I don't know, did something different. I do like the idea, though, that Shrek is, like, struggling with being a father and all that stuff, and he just wants to be an ogre again for one day. And then the whole thing with Rumpelstiltskin, making a deal with him and all that. You know, I like that idea or whatever, and I do like the title, Forever After. I don't know why they had to include the final chapter in there. They kind of did a Saw 3D thing by including the final chapter in the title afterwards, after the movie came out. Yeah, like the official title, Shrek Forever After. But anyways, oh, and this kid's weird right there. I really need to rewatch these movies. I did watch randomly Shrek the Third the other day. It was on TV, on a TBS, I think. So I randomly saw that, so I kind of got a refreshment on Shrek the Third. But the first two movies I've seen a million times, so I don't really need a refreshment on those. But this one, like I said, I've only seen, like, not even twice. I don't know. It was okay, I guess. And I do kind of like the alternate universe that he ends up in with, you know, Fiona and all the other ogres, or like warriors and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff in this, but I don't know. This movie didn't really do it for me. So if they do eventually make a Shrek 5, which, you know, apparently is happening, I would like to see that kind of be a better conclusion to the series. But anyways, that's fourth place for me. Coming in at third place is actually Shrek the Third. Now, I know I'm kind of going, you know, backwards here, but, you know, a lot of people probably agree that this would be, you know, near the bottom. Now, I don't hate Shrek the Third like most people do. I actually did see this in theaters back in the day, 2007, I think. Shrek the Third is definitely the weakest out of the first three, clearly. That's how I have it. But I do like a lot of the stuff in this with Prince Charming, you know, getting all the villains together and, you know, trying to take over Far, Far Away and all that stuff. And, you know, you could argue that the Artie character kind of sucks. Justin Timberlake voiced him. I mean, I don't really hate the character, but I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't really know. And then, you know, Shrek has kids at the end of it and all that. I don't know. It's still a fun movie, I guess. You know, I do like that all the princesses and all that and the dragon all teamed up together and stuff like that. But, I don't know. This one's just kind of weak. I don't hate it, though, like I said. I've seen this many times. It's still got a lot of funny moments in it, too. And, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. But Shrek the Third's definitely one of the weaker ones. But I still like it more than the fourth movie. Yeah. Now coming in at second place, clearly I'm going, backwards. Pretty much the movies just get a little worse each time, but that's not, I'm not saying Shrek 2 is terrible. No, Shrek 2 is one of the best animated sequels ever. It's really kind of underrated. This movie has so many funny moments in it, so many underrated, or not underrated, innuendos, that's the word I was looking for. So many hidden, like, adult jokes in this. I mean, all the Shrek movies have, like, adult humor in them that kids probably wouldn't notice, but, Shrek 2 is really a fun time. I've seen this movie like a bajillion times. I actually have a personal story with this. Back in the day, it was either 2006 or 7. We had a really bad hurricane here in Florida. I couldn't tell you the name of it. Was it Katrina? I don't even know. But the one from like 2006 or 7, you probably know which one it is. It was a bad one. We had Shrek 2 on DVD. It wasn't this DVD though. It was a different one. But when we got our power back, we didn't have cable. So the only DVD I really had at the time, I think, was Shrek 2. Or I had a few other ones, I think. But I was constantly watching Shrek 2 because we were out of power for a couple days and the power came back on. And all I could watch was the DVD player because our VCR was broken at the time, I think. So I was watching Shrek 2 literally like every single day. I was literally going through all the menus and playing all the games on the DVD and stuff. And I watched the movie like a bajillion times during that week, I guess it was, until we got cable back. But Shrek 2, really fun movie. Great stuff in this. You gotta love also the musical sequence at the end. I Need a Hero, or whatever, with the fairy godmother. She's a great villain too, by the way. Yeah, just a lot of great stuff in this. And this really did expand the whole... Because you go from the first movie, there's not much in that one. Aside from, Lord Farquaad and, his little village or whatever. And then Shrek's swamp, and then you go to Shrek 2, there's this whole new land of far, far away, and all these new characters, and, like, a bunch of new things in this movie. So, yeah, and I do like the stuff where, Fiona and Shrek turn into humans or whatever, and Puss in Boots was introduced in this one. So, yeah, Shrek 2 is a great sequel. It's really amazing. I love Shrek 2. So, yeah, I hold the first two movies to a much higher standard, clearly, than the third movie and the fourth movie. But anyways... coming in at number 1 for me is the original. I mean, usually, I've said this several times in ranking videos, the first movie is usually the best. And in this case, Shrek is the best one for me. Just, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a classic just yet, but it really is like, a really great movie. Very solid movie, really funny. Of course, you got All Star by Smash Mouth in this, which is also a meme. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Just Shrek, the original, is the best one. It's just a great time. It's really fun. Great soundtrack also, obviously. Hallelujah's in there also. Lord Farquaad is a great villain. He's hilarious. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Just a great movie. Shrek is awesome. First one is the best in my opinion. Yeah, that's about it. So anyways... That is the Shrek series, all 4 movies. Let me know where you rank them. Do you think I kind of made any mistakes in what I said? Do you think I probably should have put the third movie at the bottom? Whatever. And, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't have much else to say. So, thanks for watching this, guys, and have a good one. Bye-bye. Okay, the camera's off, I promise. So, Shrek, am I okay to leave? I know I said I kind of... a few bad things about the third movie and the fourth movie you made, but I was just being honest. I know you told me to do a fair ranking, but Shrek, why aren't you saying anything? Shrek, please don't hurt me. Shrek.